Why would it wait a frame? To call the on animation finished is the question I've got. There's got to be a sequencer hidden inside of this level that's causing that error. But this null pointer check should at least fix it so it doesn't crash anymore. I just don't understand. Maybe it has something to do with setting this text? I just don't get it. We played the exit animation. It should stay on the last fucking keyframe of the exit animation, right? Like, this isn't rocket science. Why is it looping? It's playing it again. It's playing it twice. Alright, so It played it again and then made itself invisible is what it did. So why don't we check? Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got the ball reset working. Alright, looks like I got that other bug fixed as well. Which was your jumping, doing a little hop after the thing. Alright, so mission selection doesn't show your best rank. Alright, so back to the mission list. So it shows that rank there. Okay, so why don't we just edit our actual data raw to see what we've got for this mission. So for mission training 1, we have result tiers for all the things. So let's just do less than equal to 90 seconds. So let's put bronze here and what is it, 82 seconds? Alright, so if we boot this up, should be able to go to here and it should say bronze and 82 seconds. So let's go and beat that score, of course. Alright, so we'll complete that. Alright, so now we got the master tier. 32 seconds is there, but it's not showing up here. So if we go to single player again, it goes up and it's got nothing in here. If we stop, it's still showing. It's got the right values. So if I go to start this mission, it's got the right 32.46 seconds, but it's got the wrong tier in here. So it's going to be inside of our mission manager, and we need to do like on mission completed, on mission over, victory. All right, so cur tier equals get current mission tier. So it's going to be this best tier. We're not setting best tier to anything, are we? So report mission, current tier, current stat, and all that stuff. So basically what we want to see is this, and then we current mission updated. Bill from mission completion. Convert to mission completion. Report mission completed. Alright, so best tier and best stat are these guys. It's a new mission, so best tier is all these things. Otherwise, If best tier is greater than tier, now this needs to be a less than. So it's going to take your lowest tier here. All right, so that'll fix that guy, I believe. Alright, so let's play through and make sure our rank is recorded properly, and that should be it. And if people didn't know, if you want to cheat for your, your local data, it's pretty damn easy. Did that on purpose. If people want to cheat with their rankings and get a nice looking UI of, oh, I won, yeah, you can go, like, just say I won in chat and, you know, in data, and you're good. Like, fuck, I don't care. I could give a shit. Doesn't mean you actually legitimately did it, but whatever. Hello, Caracan. I'm fixing bugs at the moment. The one I'm working on right now is the wrong result being reported. So if you go and beat a mission, it's never ranking you up in that mission. So I've got bronze on this one. Let's go beat it and make sure it changes to diamond or silver or whatever. Yeah, well, welcome to the stream. You know what you're getting into. Yeah, and basically what's going on is the first time that you beat a mission, it would use that tier, and then it would use the issue was the best tier thing is wrong. So basically it was always taking the lowest tier. So if you ever got bronze on something, you're never going to get any better in bronze. It's not going to do it. So if I unlock everything, then I should also be able to go through regardless of the stats, and if I get a better tier than before, it'll reflect. So even though I got 5 seconds recorded for this thing, and I'm definitely not going to get any better than 5 seconds. You call hacks? Yeah, that's certainly hacks. So it should keep the recording of 5 seconds, but it should increase my tier. So if I hit start, it should say 5 seconds, but master tier. Yeah, that's right. That's what we're supposed to have. So it'll record the best of everything, but that may not be the run that you got, you know, whatever tier on, if there's any other conditions that you have to do, so it'll do that. Oh no, I somehow just got diamond tier on absolutely everything. I wonder how that happened. Yeah, that's the bug I just fixed, Lucas. There we go. Diamond tier on everything. That's how you do it. That's the speed run for Brackensack. You just go edit your data file. Just look at that. I beat Ultimate Champion Master the Mushroom in 5 seconds, and the duration was 999 seconds for some reason. I mean, that's just insane. Can you just give me my leaves then? No. I'm gonna forcefully clear everybody's data. That's what I'm gonna do. Just for that. Yeah, I beat it in negative 100 seconds. How about that? Cool, so we got all of that fixed. Can you turn it off? Yeah, that was one of those meetings where you know, that's like when you have a hostile meeting environment where somebody's just like, fuck you, and like they have good points. Like you're up there, like this guy was up there just, you know, he was the manager for his team, so he didn't do the work, but he knew it sucked. You know, so like, you know, he knew like his engineers were super proud of it, but you could tell he wasn't impressed with it. So like, it's one of those where he's like, God, I mean, it's not always true. Like, I'm a hostile meeting person when it suits me, right? Like I'm perfectly fine with if we're showing off my product, you know, it's not a hostile meeting environment unless you're trying to cause trouble, in which case get the fuck out. But it was always more with the meeting environment stuff that if I was always the person that prioritized it actually needs to work in the real world, and if you're trying to like pull the wool over somebody's eyes on something, then like you will face my wrath. So if you ever had something that was actually good, I would back you up 110% and all that sort of stuff. But if it was bad, then, and for reasons that didn't appear obvious. So like the thing with the chat system when it was like, can you turn it off, was this guy was talking about presence and all this stuff, and he's like, we got presence working properly, and I was like, all right, cool, so you have presence working properly and all this stuff, and they'd be going on how they accomplish this amazing feat of getting presence proper. And what pretty much I could tell from just this guy talking about was that it was completely fucked up, that it would never work, and that, if the connection was killed, it wouldn't actually update your presence properly. Like, nothing was going to work. So telling him to turn it off was like, all right, like, there are other people in this room that do not understand that what you just said was a raft of bullshit, and the only way that me as a customer of this system am going to get a system that works is if I just prove to you that it doesn't fucking work. So things that I've presented, I presented a pretty big thing at Amazon for our project. When I was on this project, I presented the back-end infrastructure presentation for how we actually managed and deployed game servers, back-end servers, and the entire thing. Basically, I was showing a gigantic, it was funny because some of them had man, there've been a couple presentations. Like, we did one presentation on Amazon, me and this other guy, Steve, about how to build a game server cluster and a whole globally distributed game and all the pieces that you needed. And there were about 50 engineers from the rest of Amazon who were supposed to then go make, those like ancillary systems that would replace pieces of this. And the entire presentation was one sentence. It was, I want to play a game with my friends. And I broke it down into like what it actually meant when somebody said this, which is like, all right, I want to play a game. So, okay, we have people, they need to, be able to play things, and we need a game. So we need to make a game. That's real tough. But that's only one part of the sentence. And then, like, with my friends, we need friends. Not everybody has friends. But that also means we need to be able to send messages to those friends to include them in something. We need to know if somebody's online. We need to have a place where these people can actually play this game. And, okay, so we need servers that are local to specific people and regionalization, all this stuff. And it was really funny at the end of it. Basically, we got all these engineers that think they're hot shit because they're from Amazon, and there are these, game engineers like me and Steve who are coming in and telling all these guys, basically their jobs with game servers. And they're like, well, we've been running web servers and servers forever. And these guys, they just do games. We're Amazon. We do high scale everything, right? We're the tip of the spear in terms of technology. Well, that's not true in terms of games, because games require very different methodology than your fucking web server. Like, oh, your web server's down. Oh, that's not a problem if it's down for like 10 seconds or something while people are restarting their shopping cart. It's not a big deal. They'll just get a little bit longer, a little loading give. In a game, your game's fucking over. 10 seconds is everything. Oh, you need to go re-put a couple items in your shopping cart? Oh yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. Oh, you just played like the world record winning game on something and then the server crashed at the end? Oh, that's kind of that's a broken controller. Oh, it takes like a minute or two for your email to get there? Oh yeah, that's fine. Takes a minute or two for your join request to get there for your game? Yeah, sorry, I've just uninstalled it. Many friendly Mormons? No, I'm not Mormon. I've known Mormons, and all of them are damn friendly. I got nothing against them, but I mean, you can make fun of all the Mormon, like, the story of it is just fucking funny. Like, the dude reading the gold plates out of a hat with a magical stone and shit like that. And not being able to reproduce it because, oh, I'm reading a different, book of the same shit. Like, I'm reading Luke instead of Matthew or something for the Bible. So it's real easy to poke fun at religion and say it's fucking awful trash because there's so many inconsistencies. But people say the same thing about like Star Wars or Pokemon. They can still have good messages. Real Mormons handed out the real Books of Mormon to people outside the theater building and have been there for months. What? There were actual Mormons there, and their counter protest was to hand out the Book of Mormon. That's great. You gotta love the double down on it. I mean, that's the way you protest something, right? That's a nice protest. That's not just a bunch of assholes. Alright, so loading into stage from UI level should fade out the music. So how are we doing our stage loading? Let's take a look. So let's see. I'm gonna actually need to turn the music on. Aren't I? Well, I'm glad you went and enjoyed your experience at the play. I guess that's what it is. So let's go to our audio. Turn on this guy. So when I go to single player, we'll go start mission. It does this loading, but it doesn't. It just stops when it starts loading. All right. Pulling around some random tool idea. Hello, Mind Rage. Welcome. Twitch has been completely screwed up today, as far as I've seen. So. You love how they adapted the show to Danish, adding a few references to things that happened in your political climate recently, like someone has a dream of going to hell because he doubts his faith in God, because he abandoned his friend, then he sees dead people like Hitler. But the last in line was a Danish politician who said, I sold dong for a dime. Nice. Alright, so how does it's our arena level object, right? Which is actually doing the level transitions. I mean, that's pretty much bread and butter for the South Park guys, right? Their entire kind of strategy is take recent political things, and since they make episodes so fast, they can do that, or they can take social commentary that's very recent and fresh and do that sort of thing. So that makes a lot of sense. Trying to combine a text and node editor. Huh. Because, I mean, this is a node editor, and then if you have a text editor combined with it, what, you'd be able to side-by-side them, or are you talking more about doing both at the same time? So, like, you can drag nodes around over text? That would be interesting. Alright, so I think this is in the update for this guy. So, play proper music, I believe, is what we want. So it's pretty much that we want our wanted track to be nothing. So if we're in loading stage, pre-mission, loading stage. Yeah, so loading stage. We want to set our wanted track to nothing. Let's see if that does what we want. Let's see. Nodes are small text boxes or functions, but can also act as widgets for editing. Text boxes of functions. Okay, so like you have multiple things inside of a node, and then what's that whole diagramming system for code that combines all that shit together? Alright, so let's see. If I click on this, hit start. No, it didn't fade out. I can't undo any of this stuff. Right. Alright, so loading stage. So what is the difference here? It's like everything has got set wanted track to nothing. But if we're in stage, we're going to get the background music track. Post mission, loading stage. So let's see what we can do with this. And also, yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean, Mind Range, but that sounds... I don't think I got it in my head exactly what you're trying to do. But it sounds like you're trying to make some sort of editor that will... like small text boxes of functions. So I mean, that sounds like classes and like functional blocks, and then you can also act as widgets for editing. So like, are you hooking those together so you can like take a component of code and just like shove it inside of something else, or connect them together such that, I don't know, it sounds interesting. It sounds like kind of a meta level thing for what you currently have in like Unreal with blueprints. Alright, so we're going to set our wanted track to nothing, which is going to set our wanted track to none. Fade start. But it didn't actually fade out the music. If wanted track is valid, is false, then do all these things. Is that what's going on? Current background music is valid. Alright, so we're supposed to be setting our fade out. More like components with the ability to add code to it, so all classes are created with nodes and all interactions chaining order is set via nodes, but algorithms are such a written code. Alright. So you could totally see the Book of Mormon as a movie. Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of Redwall, who here would love to see a Redwall musical play? I mean, all I remember about Redwall is there's a lot of killing. And I'm not sure how I mean, it's pretty much just like a bunch of people hacking each other to bits, right? That's pretty much what it was. Speaking of musicals, yep. I don't know. Redwall was such a long time ago for me. I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. Alright, it looks like it's just not even updating. So the question is it because when we actually call set server set loading stage and stage for mission load levels for stage is like those are all sub levels. So if we are in stage for mission, okay, so in stage for mission is false. Mission set to loading stage, set current game state and next time load stage. Speed things up, loading stage time. So it should be update loading stage, right? So we're never actually doing any of this stuff, so this loading stage thing is not actually doing anything? Okay, so the problem is we're not even using any of these systems to play our background music in here. So how are we playing our background music? I like how the freaking scroll bar changes sizes. I mean, you probably can't even see that. Alright, so how are we actually playing the music? It's being played by the main menu, probably. So let's see where this is being referenced. Audio library, empty level. Okay, so we have, yeah, okay, we have BP empty level with these two things on it, which are what we're actually playing. Scroll bars are important. Is my mic sounding any better today? Like, I plugged it into my keyboard mic port instead of my back of my computer. So I don't know if that actually works any better. Mic sounds way better? Alright. So I'll keep trying to do that. Set level load data. Server travel. Where is our game instance? Well, let's see if we can get our normal server travel stuff to actually work for this. So this guy is doing Window UE game start hosting. The start hosting says load this in 2 seconds. And we have queue level load. Sculptor is super important when you work on a stupid Cintiq with a stylus and various one. Yeah, exactly. So I guess people were looking at the Bethesda announced yesterday, and what, it's Fallout 76, was it? Which looks like, that looks interesting. So it's gonna be, I mean, from what you can tell from just the idea there, it looks like it's using Fallout 4's engine, looks like it's just an entirely new game with, you know, just basically a big content expansion, but a standalone game sort of thing, which is cool. I'll play it. I really enjoyed Fallout 4. And also modding the absolute hell out of Fallout 4. That was also fun. So I like Bethesda games because they usually have a very big following for modding communities. So you'd be like, you know what I want? I want rocket launchers and everything. You know what I want? I want Shrek as a dude who follows me around. Like, yep. You know what I want? Mud crabs with top hats and monocles. That sounds like, and swearing mud crabs. That's got to be my favorite mod. Was the swearing mud crabs in Skyrim. Just because you're going by just a nice brook, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh fuck, God, oh. It's the best. The swearing mud crabs are definitely my favorite. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go to our blueprint for this thing and take a look at the level loading. I want the loading to, so it's like the level edge actions for set loading stage. What is our, so this is loading stage time is set to 1 second? I mean, basically we want it to be set to 0. Like, there's no reason for it to be anything but a 0 because it's going to play that loading stuff, right? Or, like, what was it? Macho Dragons was another one. I forget exactly. Where the ones where they turn